And just before we get started with episode 80, that's right, we got 20 episodes till we get to 100. We're almost there, guys. I want to thank the beautiful sponsors, my good people. I want to shout out Ian30, who's always out here making my intros, the outros, the Facebook reels, the Instagram clips, all that good stuff is all the good work of Ian30. Hit him up, get a cool video package made, or get some editing work done by my boy. We also got the Skittle Squad. Shout out Lil Skittle every Wednesday in the damn Discord doing his damn thing. We got Yardcore 4 coming up in June. It's going to be a crazy time. King of the Yard, I believe. It's a deathmatch tournament. Who knows what's going to go happen in Truxton, New York. We also got Pookie Wrestler. Shout out Pookie outside the Canadian region, always making these cool designs, just like this one right here. Get yourself Pookie-fied today. We also got the Batchy Boys. Shout out Hammer and the crew, always making cool things just like the flag right behind me. I got a couple of the Bocce t-shirts over on thebotchyboys.com. They got the 8x10s, trading cards, glass, like pint glasses, shot glasses, all sorts of cool stuff. We also got, last but not least, the homie beat-up photos. Friggin' Becca's out there doing the damn thing every week, or at every show she can get to. Get a cool photographer and do a cool photographer thing. And my guest for the evening, an absolute goddamn legend of the game. I watched this man go toe-to-toe with Danny D'Amato, Tank, Remington Roar, and off the top, I'm so goddamn stoned right now. He's gone to war with goddamn Jess Neer about everybody. I'm talking about the most dangerous man in Michigan, representing the Monroe Dynasty and the most elite faction in Detroit, the fun-loving criminals, the godfather of this fucking shit. DBA is here in the Soup Kitchen Studios. What's up, DBA?
What's up, bro? Thanks for having me. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. You are one of the handful of guests that everyone was like, you need to hit him up and have a good chat with him. And I am glad that we are here finally doing this, because I've seen you perform and hone the crap, but I never got a picture with you or get to interact with you at all, because you're such a busy man too. Friggin' wrestling and then living the life outside of it. But DBA, I'm ready to answer these questions if you are.
I'm ready to get into it, bro.
All right, let's do this. I always got to kick it off. DBA, what made you want to become a professional wrestler? And any memory of your first pro wrestling match, as well as your first hardcore death match as well?
What made me become a pro wrestler is my father was the late great Sweet Daddy Malcolm Monroe. You know, he used to wrestle with the Sheik and Bobo. He owned Midwest Championship Wrestling. So wrestling is in my blood. I was born into professional wrestling. Now, as far as my first match, I wrestled for a guy named Sean Brown out in Chatham, Ontario. My first match over there was against Tex Monroe for the Midwest title. It was a brawl. He whooped my ass. I punched him a couple of times because back then, you know, you punch me, I punch you. And I went home sore that night. I remember that. As far as my first death match, I really don't remember the actual first match because, as you know, I've been around a long time and it was hardcore wrestling back then. So I got to try to go into the brain and think of my first, hardcore death match. But I can't think of it right now.
Boy, I got to know, how long have you been wrestling for, if I may ask? What year we hitting?
This July will be 30 years, bro. I can't believe that.
Holy shit. You are an absolute legend in my eyes. 30 years in the goddamn game, beating up literally you name it. I've seen graphics DBA versus Rhino from ECW, DBA versus Tommy Dreamer, DBA versus Balls Mahoney. You've wrestled so many legends. Any of them actually pop out to you by chance?
Man, it's been a lot. Like the ones you named, Shane Douglas is another one.
Hell
yeah. My brother Sabu, we done went to war a couple of times. God rest his soul. Oh my God, man, it's just so many. Buff Bagwell. Man, the list just goes on and on over 30 years. Tommy Wildfire Rich.
Hell yeah.
A lot. The Headbangers, I've been in there with them. Chris Masters and I was finna call him Eli Drake, but whatever his name, L.A. Knight, um,
Yeah.
Jay Lethal. I mean, bro, we can go on and on all night long.
I love it. Well, I mean, we could, but sadly, we got so many more questions. Fan submitted question actually right here. Someone wants to know, what does DBA stand for?
DBA. DBA stands for the Dirty Black Assassin because I'll be
Well,
killing motherfuckers.
this is very true. I remember I heard on commentary once, if someone tells you what that means, they gonna have to kill you. So that means I'm on a list somewhere in Detroit now.
No, no, that was 20 years ago. You know, back then it was one of those things. If I tell you, I got to kill you. But now a lot of people know, and we didn't kill nobody, so it's all good.
Well, I'm glad that I finally got to figure out what that meant, because I've been wondering. I literally all day at work, I was like, "What does that name mean?" And I was trying to throw so many different things, but you said "Dirty Black Assassin." That is bad ass, my friend. And well, speaking of me daydreaming at work, if you didn't know, DBA, I work in the pizza field. We do like to talk about food on here, so I got to know, DBA, what is your perfect pizza?
Oh my God, my perfect pizza. I like the supreme minus the mushroom sometimes, but if my old lady she don't like the mushrooms, so if I'm not eating it with her, I can leave some of the mushrooms on. But the supreme pizza is my favorite.
Hell yeah! And we actually bring up the food here. A lot of people know you not only for the wrestling, but for the Veterans Day free food challenge. A fan submitted a question here. Can you ask DBA about him every year doing his free food challenge and what inspired it?
What inspired it? I mean, the first year that I found out we was veterans get to eat free. I think I went to like two, three places or whatever, and then the next year I moved it up to five. And then the year after that, I said, I think I'm gonna turn this into a challenge. See how many places I can actually go to. And then it just became popular, and I start posting it on Facebook.
Oh yeah.
People start guessing the numbers and everything. So that's how it came about. It just became a challenge on Facebook.
So I gotta know now, DBA, what is the record for the DBA Veterans Day Free Food Challenge?
I think it's what 26. I think it's 26. Hold on, my old lady's about to look it up.
Holy!
But I think it's 26 spots. I just got a new record this past November.
Hell yeah! I was literally seeing it. I've been following it the past 3, so I love every Veterans Day. I just see DBA going to all these joints, getting the meals that he deserves. And also, this was a follow up because the same fan submitted that question, had this follow up question. Also, can you ask him about taking food and other stuff to the homeless every year?
Oh my! To feed the homeless that I used to do. Yeah, I used to do shows in December, the first week of December, first Sunday of December, for 5 canned goods of $5, and I used to donate all of that to the homeless in Detroit. Or I usually make them dinner during Christmas or Thanksgiving. I haven't done it in a couple of years, because the money tight,
Oh
and
yeah.
I haven't been doing the shows lately. So that's why we haven't been doing those. We haven't done it in like 2 or 3 years, but hopefully, I want to bring those back. I love doing those feed the homeless shows because it really inspires me and it fucking makes me just give back to the community.
Absolutely. It's always good. I love a good charity show because it feels good. Everyone's getting involved. It feels good. The community is really there for each other in those times of need. And also, speaking of you running shows, we gotta talk about good old XICW. DBA. How long's XICW been around?
We going on our 26th year right now, bro.
Oh my, almost as old as you. I
Yeah,
gotta
don't speak.
when did DBA get involved with XICW?
XICW was born October of 2000. Um, I was wrestling for my dad, Insane Championship Wrestling, before that, prior to XICW. And me and my dad had a personal falling out. So I went out on my own and started my own company. And here we are 25 and a half years later.
Absolutely. Recently, I remember the big one. You booked Killer Cross carrying Cross, and he threw somebody through the ceiling. That was insane.
Yeah, that was great, man. That was a great night. That was our 25th anniversary show. Yeah, Killer Cross and Scarlett was the hottest free agents out on the market,
Oh
and,
yeah.
and we had to pull the trigger on that and bring them to XICW.
And what a moment that was when I literally saw the clips of, I think it was Heather or Max or
Heather Blue.
somebody.
It was Heather.
Yeah, Heather Blue just gets tossed through the ceiling, and oh my god, absolutely insane. But we also have this fan submitted question here, DBA. What are some of your favorite matches and memories at XICW over the years? And are there any big plans for XICW this year?
Some of my big matches. I would say Best in Detroit 2 against Sabu in the steel cage. That was one of my fondest matches, even though Sabu hit me with a chair and my elbow swelled up like a damn golf ball.
Oh,
Yeah. I always love fighting Necro Butcher in XICW because that was the fight, So
oh yeah.
I made sure I went into the matches with Necro. I made sure I went to him frustrated, mad at the world because I knew it was going to be a fight with Necro. Those are some of my great ones. Mr. Insanity, of course.
You guys just recently ran that back at the 25 year, if I am correct.
Yes, sir. We did it on the first XICW show, and we did it on the 25th anniversary show.
I enjoyed seeing you did the side by sides of the two, and I was like, that is so cool. I love when companies do that, where it's like, here's the first match we ever booked. Now here's this 25 years later. I had Toby on too. He was an absolute pleasure to talk to. Well, two absolute legends colliding, and it's so cool to see it 25 years later, and now in our current modern age, it's good to see it now.
Yeah, it's great to show these guys, what we used to do all those years ago, and then we run it back 25 years later, and they just, all the guys in the back even watched it, and it was like, holy fuck, these two guys can still go.
Absolutely. It's so cool to see that stuff. Like, I bet when you pull off matches with Rhino, because I know he's still looking young, hungry, and ready, everyone's just like, oh my god, like these two are still killing each other 20 minutes in.
Yeah.
It's so cool. Well, DBA, I also got to know any dream opponents that are still on your list. 30 years, I assume you wrestled damn near everybody.
Yeah, damn near everybody, but I got some people on my list.
Call them out!
I retired from deathmatch a couple of years ago. I retired from death matches. But if I was to come out of deathmatch retirement, I would want to face Nick Gage because we were supposed to have a match a long time ago and it got canceled.
Okay.
Mickey Knuckles is another one I want. We never did that before. We never danced. Matt Tremont in the one-on-one. I never got that one-on-one with him.
You did wrestle him in a three-way, though, with, I believe, Caden, right?
Caden.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Caden. Yeah, it was Caden. Atticus, I will come out of retirement for Atticus. And and John Wayne Murdoch again. And there's a couple of others on my list, so don't nobody get offended if I didn't name you. But if you get offended, fuck off.
I love that. What about regular wrestling? Anybody on that list?
Well, I'm kind of old for that shit, bro. I just like to go in there and brawl.
Hell yeah.
But I can still go in there toe to toe and wrestle a good 20-minute match if you need it. Let's see. Off the top of my head, it would be. That's kind of rough. Who I would want to face. I'm gonna try to think of some Michigan guys that I would like to face that I haven't faced. Damn, that's a hard one because I haven't even thought about. Like you said, I've been in there with damn near everybody. So let me think about that, and we'll come back to this question.
Absolutely, and the stoner brain to me just came back to the one earlier. Any memory of your first death match still? Are we still?
Oh, shit. We're still on that one too, right?
Listen, I do a lot of this, but the brain is still here when it's podcast mode. Yeah.
Oh, my first death match. That's what it was.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Um, like my dad, he had his own company. He had Rhino, Christian, Edge, all of them right before they went to the WWE.
Oh,
And
hell yeah.
WWE, signed them. And my dad that that was his major draw was the Canadian guys. So once they were gone, I had to step up. And my dad's promotion was mostly hardcore. He had Ian Rod and Pondo, all of them. So I had to step up and start doing death matches. So I remember this guy, Big Daddy Adams from Canada. He jumped me, busted me open, and placed a Canadian flag over me. And then the next show was him and I, and it was kind of death match with weapons and all of that. So that was kind of like my first death match with Big Daddy Adams from Canada.
Hell yeah. Shout out Big Daddy Adams. I have actually never heard of him, but he sounds like a pretty crazy guy.
He's a fucking black Canadian, bro.
Oh my god! That's actually kind of crazy because
He was my boy, though.
hell yeah. I remember actually, shout out PD Skills. He was telling me, he was like, yeah, I wrestled he did the graphics and he did a couple matches for XICW. I'd love to see him come back one day.
Yeah, I seen PD back out there working, so I'm gonna contact him real soon.
Yeah, hell yeah. And we actually have another XICW question here. DBA, what is the next XICW house party show?
I know who that question came from because they always asking about house party shows.
Shout
During the
out Donald
pandemic,
Holland.
Donald Holland, shout out to D. Yeah, we used to do the house party shows when the pandemic happened, and it took my staff a long time to talk me into doing those because I didn't want to do outside shows because I'm old school and we consider those backyard shows. So
Oh
I didn't
yeah.
want to be a part of that community, and it took them a long time. And I was like, yeah, fuck sitting around during this pandemic. Let's do it. And man, those are some of the greatest shows we ever done was the house party. So Donald, I don't know, bro. Whenever we can find somebody with a big enough backyard, we might do one this summer. You never know.
Well, hell yeah, I love it. And Donald Holland actually submitted we'll actually cover all the Donald Holland questions real quick. He wanted to know what I love him too. He's a great guy. He wants to know what is DBA's favorite place to eat when he goes to Las Vegas.
Oh, my favorite place to eat. Well, it used to be Fat Burger, but them motherfuckers cost too goddamn much now. Um, and then it was the buffet at Excalibur, and then they done lower their standards on their fucking food. So I say fuck them now. But my favorite place to go now is Whataburger. I used to go there in Texas when I was in the military fucking 35 years ago, and they just built the Whataburger in Texas. So they just built one in Vegas. So that's my favorite spot to go to now, Whataburger.
Well, hell yeah, I was gonna say the only big Vegas food spot I know is the Heart Attack Grill. Have you ever been to that one?
Oh, bro, I got my ass whooped at the Heart Attack Grill.
that's
My
that's what I
very
was
first
told.
time. I'm gonna have to send you the clip, bro. My very first fucking time there, I didn't know you had to eat all the food. So, and I didn't know how big the burgers were. So my dumb ass went in there and ordered a double, and they brought it to me, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I tried to eat it, and there's like, you gonna get spanked. I'm like, what? You ain't read the sign? If you don't eat all your food, you're gonna get your ass whooped. I was like, oh fuck, man, that chick hit me so goddamn hard I couldn't sit down for about a
Boom!
year.
Oh my god! Yeah, they got crazy. The concept of that place is fucking insane. It's like 400 pounds plus you eat for free or something like that. And if you
Yeah,
don't finish the food, you get a spanking in the ass, and you're wearing freaking hospital gowns.
yeah.
It's so crazy. I love that. That's only in Vegas you'll ever see that.
Hell yeah, it's great. I love the Heart Attack Grill.
Hell yeah. And then Donald Holland also submitted this one. Is there any good piss jug Mike stories he can tell?
Oh man, I got so many stories of Pitch Jug Mike, bro. We got kicked out of so many places because of his fucking laugh. Um, because he got that loud ass laugh.
Oh
So
yeah.
we got kicked out. But one of my fondest memories of Mike was we went to Vegas, me, him, and my son. And, Mike wasn't no ladies' man. He'd talk a good game and talk a lot of shit. So he was talking shit this one time. And it was this old lady he was talking about. I should go hit on her. I should go hit on her. Bro, she had to be about 80. I said, I dare you to go talk to her, Mike. Go ahead and do it. I dare you. So he went over, hit on her. She didn't know what the fuck he was saying to her or whatever, because he was talking slang and shit. But needless to say, he didn't hook up with the old lady. But I thought that was pretty funny that he went and tried to holler at the 80-year-old lady.
Oh my god, bro. When I met Pitch Jug Mike in Atlantic City, he was so fucking cool. He was like, "Oh my god, it's the hot dog," and I was like, "Oh, it's the Pitch Jug guy." I gave him a big hug. I just first time meeting him. Such a nice guy. Shout out Pitch Jug Mike. Big RIP to the deathmatch
Hell
community,
yeah.
honestly. But we also gotta know,
Hell yeah.
keep the questions a rolling here, DBA. I gotta know any cool interests outside of pro wrestling.
Any cool interests outside of, man? Not really. I mean, pro wrestling and my family. That's really it. I'm a family guy, man. I always been, and I always will be, man. My kids, no matter how old they be, how old they get, they still my kids, and that's my outside is my kids and my family.
Absolutely. And traveling to Vegas too, honestly. I believe you're probably a big traveler.
Yeah, I'm going to
Um,
Vegas in 3 weeks, actually.
oh shit. I love that. That's so cool. But we also have this one. I love asking this one to the talent here, DBA. What are some of your deathmatch no-nos? Any weapons you won't take, any spots you won't do, or at the time when you were doing the death matches?
Well, when I came back my last time, I didn't know shit about gusset plates and carpet strips. So those are two that I will not take because I didn't know shit about them because we didn't use those back in the day. And I don't think you need those. Um, and I said the skinny light tubes is the ones I will not take. I hate those. People use the wrong light tubes, and that's a no no for me. You got to have certain ones that I will use, and you know which ones I'm talking about. But the light tubes, the gusset plates, and the carpet strips is no nos.
I honestly respect that answer though, because you're 30 plus years. You're more chairs, tables, barbed wire, and maybe a ladder and a barbed wire baseball bat. And that's sometimes all you need in a match. Some people are,
Exactly.
give me 500 light tubes. And I'm like, whoa, 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 now. Give them fucking chairs and doors and see what they can do. Because you can easily swing a light tube, but can you? Can you do something with 4 chairs and a door? Is the real question.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I was gonna say, DBA, you got any favorite weapons that you like beating people up with in the wrestles?
Well, the barbed wire baseball bat, I've been coming out with for almost 30 years. That's one of my favorite. And the staple gun. Those are my two favorites. Staple guns and the barbed wire baseball bat.
I forgot. Staple guns are so classic. That's an underrated weapon right there. I feel you don't see many staple guns lately, but when you see DBA coming, just know get your dollar bills ready. That's all I gotta say.
Exactly. Exactly.
But also, I gotta know, DBA, what is your favorite kind of sandwich?
My favorite kind of sandwich.
Oh yeah,
Would you consider a Italian sub as a sandwich?
absolutely.
Well, that's my favorite sandwich then right there, Italian sub.
Hell, any modifications to it, or just straight up nice plain on its own?
A nice Italian sub with no tomatoes because I don't eat that shit. Light lettuce because I'm not a rabbit, and some dressing on it.
I respect that. I would be the same way, honestly. I'm also not a tomato fan. Fuck tomatoes, unless it's
Hey, but
ketchup.
you want to hear something that's fucking crazy that I'm just thinking about? Don't eat tomatoes, but eat the fuck out of some ketchup.
Absolutely. No, I'm the same way. Ketchup, tomato sauce, marinara, all that. But give me a raw tomato, I'll throw it at somebody before I put it in my
Exactly.
mouth. I can't wait to hear this one. DBA 30 years, traveling all up and down Michigan. I gotta know, favorite on the road snack and beverage combo. What are some of your on the road necessities that you always have?
Oh, bro, I gotta have my red hot better made chips, bro, and my root beer Fago.
Oh, hell yeah. Whoop, whoop. Has DBA worked for the clowns? I gotta know that one.
Yes, I have worked for the clowns. Actually, my dad trained Violent J to become a professional wrestler.
That is so cool. I was gonna say you got any insane clown JCW, maybe a DBA gathering story of sort.
Oh, I did 3 gatherings. Um, I would have to say my first gathering, I was in awe. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I didn't know what the fuck a juggalo was. I just knew Violent J and Shaggy as my friends. But when I got booked for that show, I was like, what the fuck is this kind of bridge over here? These fucking weirdos over there, naked women over there,
Oh
bitches walking
yeah.
around with mud all over their bodies. Man, I thought I was at a fucking circus sideshow when I went to the first gathering.
Well, I mean, technically you are. It's the insane clowns. That's you would
Yeah,
expect
I
something like
knew
that
that
with
when
that
I, I,
name.
I see. I was used to it the second time I went, but the first time I was just like, "What the fuck am I doing?"
Oh my! Do you remember who you wrestled at the gathering?
The first gathering, it was on the first night. I wrestled a guy named Dyson Price. God rest his soul. He was from Michigan. And then the second night, it was me and Viper against Pondo and Necro.
Oh hell yeah! That's a pretty
Uh,
good
oh,
one right
oh, and
there.
then I think, yeah. Also, that second night, I was in the. It was like a 6-man tag. It was uh, ICP, Vampiro, and some other guys against me and some other guys. I can't remember. That was so long ago.
Oh my god, that's you. You got in the ring with the clowns, a man that your dad trained. That is crazy. I can only imagine what fucking training Violent J would be like.
Yeah. See,
Because
I
oh
wasn't.
my
know.
god.
I was in the military back then, so I wouldn't know how that
Oh
went. But
damn.
but yeah, I can imagine how it went. Also.
Oh yeah. Oh well. Speaking of the clowns and the music, I gotta know, DBA, if you could book your dream concert lineup, 3 to 4 bands or artists, what would the lineup be? You got access to anybody, dead or alive.
Oh man, why you doing this to me? See, it's gonna be all biased because it's gonna be Tupac, it's gonna be my boy DMX, because they're my two favorites. I used to buy everybody's shit bootleg except them two guys. I always go to the record store and buy their shit because I thought the artist got all the money. Then I found out they got pennies on the dollar, and that was some bullshit. But them the only two people that I bought their records at the fucking record shop. So DMX, Tupac. I throw Biggie in there too. He can open up for my boys. And how many did you say?
3 to 4. So
Three to
you can
four.
leave it at that one or
No,
add
no,
one
I'm
more.
gonna throw NWA in there too because I gotta have my boy Ice Cube on the show. So
Hell
NWA gonna be there
yeah.
too.
That is a chef's kiss of a lineup, my friend. That's perfect. And then we also have this one. We're down to 4 questions, DBA. I also got to know, what is your favorite movie?
Oh damn! I really don't have a favorite movie, so I'm gonna give you my top like 5.
Go
And
for it.
I mean, some of your listeners, if they're young, they might not know them, but they might do. But Cooley High, that's one of my favorites. That's a 1970 something movie. Cooley High, A Few Good Men, Scarface. This is gonna trip you out. The Bodyguard. That's one of my
Okay.
favorites. I love me some motherfucking Whitney Houston and Kevin Costner. Um,
Hell yeah.
and Carlito's Way.
I like that. I know 3 of the 5. I'm 23. So I'm a little educated with the old school movies. So three
All
out of
right.
five I've seen of those. Very good selection. We also have this one. I gotta know, DBA, 30 plus years in the business. What has been the most gratifying moment of your wrestling career so far?
The most gratifying moment was
Or any or a couple.
no, the very first time I won the Midwest title was my gratifying moment. Because growing up in the '80s, I seen my dad win that title multiple times. My dad was one of the longest reigning Midwest champions. He held it for a long time. So when I got on the show, and I was fortunate and lucky because it was a Midwest title tournament, I wasn't supposed to be in the tournament. A lot of the guys didn't show up, and I was fortunate to get put into the tournament, and I ended up winning the tournament. So
Crazy.
I beat my uncle in the second round, and then I beat my brother in the finals to win that title. So that's my most gratifying moment, following in my dad's footsteps and becoming Midwest champion.
Hell yeah. And I was going to say, there's so many Monroes out in the wrestling community. I did not even notice that. You got a brother, you said uncle. I know Malcolm, Caden, freaking everybody. I love that.
Papa
But
was a Rolling Stone.
I love that. Well, second to last question, DBA. I got to know, what would your last meal be after your retirement match? You got access
most
to anything you want.
most likely a fat ass steak, but knowing it, we coming from a show, it's gonna be like some McDonald's or some bullshit like that.
But what would you pair? What would you get with the big steak?
Yeah, I give me a fat ass steak, bro. I love a good steak.
Hell yeah! No, well, would you get any sides with it? Would you get any dessert or just the steak?
I get the steak and maybe some loaded mashed potatoes. And I don't know what the other side would be. Like I said, it won't be no salad and no bullshit like that. I told you I ain't no rabbit.
I ain't no
So I
rabbit.
might do some double mash. And if we at a steak place with a drink, I might throw a little signature drink in there with it, just to celebrate my retirement.
Hell yeah! I am gonna start using that quote. By the way, I ain't no rabbit. That is, and I will make sure you get the credit for it because I got clips of you with the flaming elbow, and I'll just be like, "Yeah, that guy told me it. That's the credit." They're gonna be like, everyone at work's gonna be like, "What? Huh? What? Huh?" That's always their reaction when I show them the clips. It's so cool. But DBA, we are down to the last question. This has been so much fun, my friend. But this is the whole reason we're here, DBA. This exact question. The deathmatch community, the wrestling community, the Detroit community has to know, DBA. What is your favorite kind of soup?
But are you talking real soup or like soup?
We're talking the food soup.
Okay, that soup. That's fucking kind of crazy. Cause I just got back from Mount Pleasant, and my old lady had just asked me, "What kind of soup do I eat?" I bullshit you not. She did. What kind of soup do I eat? And my favorite soup is chicken and noodles because that's the only fucking kind of soup that I eat.
I love that. A nice hearty chicken noodle soup with all the good chunks. Well, goddamn, DBA, we talked the soup. Now I put you on the spotlight. Any upcoming ICW shows? Where can a booker promote you if need be? Where can people find you to get possibly booked on XICW? Merch plug, all that good stuff.
All right, here we go. Well, you can reach XICW on Facebook at XICW. We're on YouTube, XICW Detroit. Go subscribe. We need those subscriptions. We feature shows like on Saturday mornings. We'll run a whole 3-hour episode of XICW. We'll have guys in there commentating and all of that. So go subscribe to our channel. My Facebook is Malcolm Monroe II. I got my Instagram is the same. And you can reach our page, xicwdetroit.com. The next show is on Valentine's Day out at Clinton Township, Valentine's Day Massacre. The main event is going to be Jimmy Jacobs defending his Midwest title against Double M3 and Adam Wick. So y'all come on out, check us out on our show shows, and just be a part of XICW. And thanks for having me, bro.
Well, hold on. I was going to say, anything you want to tell the fans right here before we sign off?
All right, well, the fans, keep supporting independent wrestling. Keep supporting this fucking podcast. Without people like Dewey, we will not get where we at now in professional wrestling. I want to tell you, Dewey, I appreciate all the hard work you and your people be doing, because, we all got shit to do in our lives, and you taking time out of your life to spend it with the DBA, and I appreciate you for that.
Absolutely.
Fans, like I said, support the podcast, support professional wrestling. Keep doing what you're doing, Dewey, bro. I love you. And like I said, fans, keep supporting my mans because he support us.
Well, hell yeah, then. I'm going to sign it off here for DBA. I'm Dewey the Hot Dog, Deathmatch United, Soups, Death Matches, and all good things in between. And I'll catch you